What's going on, guys? This is Dynasty 3090 here. Welcome back to another MLB 18 The Show Diamond Dynasty video. We are going over roster predictions for this upcoming Friday, July 13th. Now, I did go to Twitter and I asked you guys to give me some players who can get an upgrade or a downgrade. I asked you guys to include one name per tweet, and I might include one of your tweets in today's video. And several of you guys did reach out to me on Twitter. I picked some of the answers. They're included in here. Now, before we go any further in today's video, I do want to give a shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video. If you guys didn't know, I am a brand ambassador with them. If you guys didn't know what SeatGeek is, it's a ticket app. It takes the confusion out of buying tickets. They score every ticket on a 0 to 10 scale, 10 being the best, 0 being the worst. And they also do it color coordinated, green being the best, red being the worst. Now, if you have not signed up for SeatGeek and you want to get tickets to see your favorite team, it's middle of July, you may be off for summer, go watch a team. Use my promo code KNASTY, K-N-A-S-T-Y, in the link down below. If you do that, you get $20 off your first ticket purchase. So go use SeatGeek, guys. Now let's get into the video with a list. Let's start off with the first I think should get an upgrade. Up we have Aaron Hicks, and at BradT1331 said Aaron Hicks been hitting lots of bombs. Yes, he has. As me being a Red Sox fan, he torched David Price. I think he hit 2 home runs in one game. For the year, he's hit 259 with a 357 on base, a 518 slugging percentage. In the month of July alone, he has 5 home runs. Now, he's a diamond fielder, and I think they should give him a nice increase in power, especially versus right. I'm being conservative with a +1 to a 79. As you can see, if he just gets a +3 in power versus right and contact versus right, he's 79. I could see him going gold, but I'm going to be conservative with this and be light on the upgrade. The power, the slugging percentage, I know he plays in Yankee Stadium. It's an easy park to hit home runs, but I think the power should be upgraded. So I'm saying a 79. He could go to an 80, but I'm going to be conservative, just give him a +1. We have Blake Snell from the Tampa Bay Rays, and this gentleman has been snubbed from the All-Star game. At least as of the time I'm recording this. Maybe he gets in as a substitute due to someone else's injury or just not wanting to play. But he leads the league with a 2.09 ERA. He has a whip of 1.03. He has struck out 132 batters. He throws gas. Throws about 95 left-handed from the state of Washington. He's been dominant. He's killed my Red Sox a couple times, or he's pitched well against them. I think they should increase his Ks per 9. I think they should increase hits per 9, walks per 9. I think he should be a +2, an 82 overall. Not a diamond. I don't think he'll get to a diamond this year because this is really his breakout year. I think if he does it again next year, he could be a diamond card. But for this year, I think his live series card, middle of the road, an 82, 83, I think would be best case throughout the year. So I do think, though, he should get an upgrade. I'm saying a +2 right now to an 82. Next up, we have Jose Ramirez from the Cleveland Indians. And he's one of the most underrated, maybe the most underrated player in baseball. Even though he's a diamond, he's an 87 overall. I don't think that's enough. Now, for the year, he's hitting 288 with a 390 on base, a 582 slugging percentage. He has 24 home runs for this 5'9". When they say 165 pounds, he's fatter than that. But the dude can hit, and he's been hitting for power. He hit for power last year. He's hitting for power again this year. Like I said, 24 home runs, on pace for over 40. I think he needs an increase in power. Now, versus right-handed pitching, he's slugging 622. Versus left-handed pitching, only 485. I think relatively power versus left, maybe a slight increase. Power for right, I think should be in the mid to high 80s. I'm putting him at an 89 overall, kind of like what his inside edge is today. I think he should at least be an 88. Now, he's not the best fielder, but, I mean, he hits for a good average. He walks a lot, which helps his vision and discipline. He has more walks and strikeouts this year, which is incredible in today's baseball. But I think his slugging versus right should get a big increase. I'm saying a +2, 89 overall. I'm being a little aggressive with this one, given he's already a diamond. But I think he should get an upgrade, to say the least. Here we have Nicholas Castellanos from the Detroit Tigers, and at Jet Swihart just said Nicholas Castellanos. Now, luckily, I was actually going to include him anyway, so he didn't say, like, oh, upgrade or downgrade. He's been amazing this year for the Tigers, kind of coming out of nowhere. He's always been a pretty solid player, but now he's turned into a borderline star. Star might be a little bit, but he's hitting 306 for the year, a 360 on base, a 524 slugging percentage. He has 15 home runs. Now, for his right-handed pitching, he's hitting 270 with a 322 on base and a 467 slugging. Now, The big thing, as you can see with him, is he has splits. His contact versus left and power versus left are both a lot higher than versus right-handers, excuse me. But with and he also has 9 home runs versus right-handed pitching as well. But with a 467 slugging percentage, I think he should get an increase in power. I say put power versus right in like the low 60s, and that would probably get him alone right around an 80, which I think he should be. I think he should be a gold card. I'm giving him a +2 to a gold. Maybe give him an increase in power versus left as well if you want. But the power has been better this year, so I think Castellanos should be a gold card, 80 overall. Up here we have Mike Moustakas from the Kansas City Royals. Now this year Moustakas, he's been okay, nothing too crazy. He's hitting .251 on the year, 17 home runs, so the power's not bad. His on-base percentage is only .308. He's not walking. And versus left-handed pitching, he's only hitting .239, and that's a big thing. He's not a diamond hitter like they have him rated here. Now, his fielding's pretty good, which might save him from being a gold. And I'm going to give him a -2 to keep him at a gold. But, I mean, .251 average, that's not mid-70s. His career average is a .250, too. He's a .251 career average and .251 for the year. I think that's just too high. I think that's like a low mid-60s average. And versus left-hand pitching, it's .239. That should be in the high 50s maybe. So I'm giving him a -2 to an 80. Now, right now, he does go for quite a bit because he's the most expensive Royals gold card for people doing the collection. However, he might be traded, guys. I know he's playing first base the last week or so. There are teams that need a first baseman, like the Yankees are interested in him. So keep that in mind for any players you're doing collections for, or any teams you're doing collections for. Maybe wait till after the trade deadline for those lower end teams, those teams that might be sellers. I'll do a video on that, guys, soon if you want some other names for that. But yeah, Mike Moustakas, I'm saying a -2. Mostly touches contact. I think the power is fair, but I think the contact should get a decrease. Here we have Juan Soto, a 19-year-old phenom with the Washington Nationals. Now, at Sports725 said Juan Soto has 9 bombs, is hitting over 345 career games. And that's true. Today they actually did release Player of the Month for the month of June, and he got a card. That being said, I still think he should get an upgrade on his live series, and I'm giving him a +3 to a silver. Now, I think his Player of the Month is an 82 or an 83. It's a gold. Now, I don't think he should be a gold in this, but a +3 to a 75 I think is fair. Like he mentioned, he's in over 300. He has a 415 on-base percentage. He's walking a lot, like increased vision and discipline. He has 9 home runs, like he mentioned, in only 45 games, a 301 average, a 549 slugging. Increase everything, man, for this guy as a hitter. He doesn't have to be crazy. Maybe a little bit on, like I said, vision, discipline, and some power. And he's in over 300. I want them to be aggressive with young players. When I mean with them, I mean San Diego Series. I want them to be aggressive with how much they increase a player. If a young guy comes up, like Torres, Soto, yeah, they can give him program cards, a Player of the Month, or a program for the Torres. But I want their live series to be increasing a lot as well. Like they did it with Ozzy Albies. They kind of did it with Acuna, but I think it came up as a silver. He just got hurt. I hope they do that. I hope they increase these guys quite a bit. I want him to be at least be a silver when it comes to Friday. We have Anthony Swarzak with the New York Mets, and at Neopolis said Swarzak has been very cold. That's a very polite way of saying that he's been bad. And he's been very bad this year. His ERA this year is actually north of 6. It's at 6.46. His whip is almost 2 at a 1.89. He has given up 5 home runs this year, which you may think is not a lot. He's pitched 15 in a third innings. Basically, 1 every 3 innings he gives up a home run on average. That's pretty bad. Now his home runs per 9 is at 53. He's a 1-star on inside edge. You just see with the decrease of -8 in hits and Ks per 9. That brings him to a 73, which makes him a bronze. I'm just saying -2 to a 74, but I think that's the big thing. I think he'll go bronze. So if you have any of these Anthony Swarzak cards, I would recommend selling them. Get some stubs while you still can before he goes bronze. Now, if you guys are enjoying these videos, please also hit that subscribe button so you guys do know when I go live with more MLB 18 The Show videos. But let's keep it going with more roster predictions. Next up, we have Aaron Nola. And at Gavin Ebby1 said, I think Aaron Nola, I don't know why it's all caps, should go diamond. He is 12-2 with a 2.27 ERA. Now, I mentioned when I said he should have got upgraded like a month or so ago that I could see him go diamond this year. I really could. I'm going to be conservative on this and say not a diamond yet. I'm giving him a +1 to an 84. But there's room in this card to grow because you can see he doesn't have a weakness in his per 9s. Clutch is at 69. Nice. Everything else is higher than that. and nothing really stands out. I guess you want to say maybe stamina or control or break. Those are the only ones that are above an 80, and stamina's at a 91. But like he mentioned, at 2.27 ERA for the year, his whip is under 1 at a .98. Now, I mentioned Sportsock's giving up 5 home runs in 15 and a third innings pitched. Well, Noah's given up 6 home runs in over 100 innings pitched. I think the big one that should get an increase is in his home runs per 9. He's not a strikeout pitcher. He's striking out quite a bit. I think his Ks per 9 is fair, but he's not like striking out 13, 14 per 9 innings. But I think the big increase for him should be home runs per 9. Maybe put that around like a 75 to an 80. Depending on how much they increase that may make him go diamond. I'm going to be conservative with just a +1 to an 84. But if he goes diamond, I wouldn't be shocked. Here we have John Lester from the Chicago Cubs, and at DWC24 said, John Lester, he's 11-2 with a 2.45 ERA, 7.3 hits per 9, 1 home run per 9, and a 1.166 whip, which, if you guys didn't know, is walks, hits per innings pitched. Now, I feel like Lester kind of gets a little bit of, I don't know, I feel like his cards are always lower than they should be. I think I wouldn't have been shocked if he was like a diamond at the beginning of the year. I'm always high on Lester. I don't know, maybe because I'm a Red Sox fan. He was a great Red Sox for them for a while, but 81, I think, was too low to begin with, and like he said, at 2.45 ERA, a whip of 1.17, about 6 Ks per 9, so he's not really striking guys out, but he's pitching, which is the thing. Like, I mean, left-handers, when they get older, I mean, look at CT Sabathia. He's not a guy who's striking out 13, 14 a game. No, he's striking out 5 or 6 maybe a game, but he's pitching, and that's what Lester doing. So I say increase hits per 9, increase maybe walks per 9. Also, 3 and 8 power is not high enough. He just hit a home run. And it was opposite field too. Now, it was at Wrigley where the wind, I think the wind was blowing out, but he did hit a home run. Give him an increase in power as well. I'm saying a +2 to an 83. I want him to be a diamond, but I don't think he will be. I think an 83 is fair for him though. John Lester, 83 overall. And last but not least is Jesus Aguilar, and at Oshalaka9. Doug, if I got your name wrong, apologies. He said Jesus Aguilar to gold. Now, he also got a Player of the Month card, and I think that's actually a diamond. Now, I think this card, I don't expect it to go gold for the simple fact that he's a terrible fielder. 48 fielding, 49 arm, 47 arm, 49 reaction. Basically, all that's under 50. He's not fast. He doesn't get any boost except as a hitter. Now, for the year, he's been great. A 305 average, a 368 on base, a 639 slugging. He has 23 home runs. Now, as you can see, actually, this is a nice little exercise. With inside edge, he has a +16 and a +16 power, and a +16 contact, excuse me. So that's 30. If he gets a +32 in attributes for hitting, he then becomes a gold. I think that's a little much. I think, though, a +2 to a +3 is fair. I'm going to say just a +2 to a 77. Like, let's just say they give him like a +5 in contact versus right, like a +5 in power versus right, and like a +2 in power versus left, something like that. That's like a 77, maybe a 78. I don't think I'll go gold yet, and it's going to be hard for him to because his fielding is so bad. He's not getting any boost. He has to hit. That's the only way. The bat has to carry him. Given this is like a kind of like a breakout year for Jesus, like as like a huge hitter, I don't think that's realistic that he'll go gold this year. I think a high silver, but like a great budget card, really. Like, you get him in BR, use him. Certain events you might want to use him because the dude can mash, can't field. For me in Diamond Dynasty, I don't care if the first baseman fields or not. It's obviously a bonus if they can, but I'm not going to lose sleep if my first baseman can't field. So there's that. But +2 to a +2. I'm going to say a 77, a +2 for him. But there you go, guys. There's 10 names, upgrades or downgrades. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If it did help you out, please drop a like in the video. Like I mentioned earlier, subscribe if you are new. Talk to you later, boys. Take it easy. Peace.